What's up, guys? It's Benny. Remember the good times, like right before President Trump was sworn in as president, and George Stephanopoulos had to settle with Donald Trump for $15 million because he lied and said that Donald Trump was convicted of rape. That's, of course, not true. ABC News paid $15 million as a charitable contribution to President Trump's presidential foundation. I hear from people inside of the Trump orbit that this is going to create the fake news wing of Trump's presidential library, and it will have the logos of all of the news companies that paid for this, and it's very, very funny. Anyway, ABC News and its top anchor, George Stephanopoulos, have reached a settlement with Donald Trump in a defamation suit. The network will pay $15 million. The settlement was publicly filed on Saturday evening. The two parties came to an agreement to avoid a costly trial. So anyway, George had to do this and then apologize to Trump. Oh, yeah. And so we'll be looking forward to the next apology from George Slopadopoulos, as Donald Trump would say, because George Stephanopoulos has now done something also humiliating live on air on ABC. This man has no objectivity. He is an absolute total hatchet man for the Democrat Party. And he rage quit an interview here with J.D. Vance. It's really funny. It's making tons of news.
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're that thin-skinned, you don't belong in this business. Also, the way that J.D. Vance handles these things is like so cool and so chill. You can see why people call him 48. Peace in the Middle East, China threatening critical supply chains, and government shutdown. George S. doesn't care about that. He's here to focus on the real story, a fake scandal involving Tom Homan. So just absolutely bodied once more. 48 is the forefront of the Trump administration's public messaging campaign, the perfect use of his orator talents. He's well on his way to 2028.